Hi, all of you. Today we will see how we can take an input from the user in Python. We have already studied a lot in Python. In this session, how we can take an input from the user will be covered. So, to begin with, as you can see on the screen, let's assume that a is a variable in which we want to take an input. So we write the code as a equals to. The function which is used to take an input is called input. The name of the function is input. The syntax of the input is we write input and then bracket open and then bracket close. Simply by writing this small code input, the screen in the shell will stop when we will run this program, and it will wait for an input which will be assigned to the variable a. Now when we speak more about this input function, we can use this input function also to give a output, also to print a statement in the output screen, so that we come to know what we have to enter. For example, within this input we can write any message which we want to print, so that we come to know what type of value we want to enter. For example, I write enter your name, and as soon as I will run this program, let's run this program. So when I click on run, it will ask that you have to save this program. So let's choose the drive where we are generally saving all the programs. So we save the programs by the name of, let's say, input1.python. Now see, as soon as I run this program, it says enter your name. I enter my name over here, Mayank, and this Mayank will be stored in A. If in the same program I write a print statement to print what has been entered, in A, and now I execute it, you can see enter your name. On the left hand side it asks for enter your name. I enter the name Mayank, and then it prints. In the output you can see that the output as it is giving us Mayank. Now let's talk more about this input function. The syntax of the input function is input. It takes up whatever we give it as an input and assign it to the left hand side variable. If we write something in the brackets of this input function, it is printed into the output screen. To make it more clear, we give it enter your name colon, so that we'll come to know that we are entering after the colon, and whatever is entered is stored in the variable which is on the left hand side. Now by default, whenever we enter something by input function, it becomes a string. If we will check the type of a, it will be a string. Even if when I run this program and I enter an integer number also, the type will be a string. If I check the type of a by using a print statement, if I check the type of this, let's run this program again, and I enter a value 10, you see that the type of this a variable is string, even if I am entering an integer. So with an input function, whatever we enter, it becomes a string. This is one thing. Second thing is, when we wish to enter, we can give like this statement, and we can come to know what we are going to enter. Now this is how we use an input function. If we want to enter more than one value using an input function, this can also be done just by writing comma between the variables. For example, if we want three values, we write b is equals to b comma c comma d is equals to input, so that we come to know enter three strings, because by default it will take strings only. One thing more which we have to do when we want to enter more than one is to write dot split. What will this function do? This is a function, a split function, which is of class input. So we use the name of the class input. Dot split, we are calling a particular function a split. It will split the values which will be entering using this input function. Now soon as I run this program, the first thing it says enter your name. I enter my name Mayank. It prints it and tells the type is. Now it says the second input, which was it, enter 3 strings. So I enter first string I enter is FET, then I give a space, then I call CSC, then I give a space, and then I give GKV. Now see what has happened is it has taken 3 strings FET, CSC, GKV. Now to prove that it has taken 3 strings, let us use the print command, print function, and let us print these 3 values now. Okay, so we'll again run this program, and when we run this program we have to again enter all the things. For example, this time I give CSC, FET, GKV, and see the 3 values are printed: CSC, FET, GKV. Now how do we separate these 3 strings? We have separated these 3 strings by using a space. So it is this split function is splitting these values by using this space. So the first value CSC goes in the first variable B, the second value goes in the second variable, which is C, the third value goes in the third variable, which is D. The only problem in using multiple input at the same time is that we cannot give multiple input and take them as integers. Though we can give 3 different integers at the same time, but those 3 different integers will be treated as strings. So if we have to convert them into integer, we have to use typecasting. So now let's see extension of this input function where we can typecast the string into an integer. Now suppose I have to use only one variable which has to be input by an input function. Let's take this variable as x and we write input enter any number. Now though we are writing enter any number, but the number which will be entering in x, it will be treated as a string by default. To convert it into an integer we have to use int. So we typecast the string into integer. And now if I check the type of this variable x after running this program, it will be of type string. Let's put all these extra things in comments now, and we'll focus only on this statement, which is x. Now we run this program. You see enter any number. I enter 20 and the type is int. So we have done type conversion by using int. Now if I want to enter more than one integer by using the same input and the same split, it is not possible. It will take as a string only. So for more than one integer I have to do type conversion explicitly for all the values. How can we do this? For example, if I take 3 values over here, x comma y, let's take with 2 values. I remove this int typecasting because with 2 values we cannot do typecasting using split, and then I do split. Okay, now see, it says enter any number, then we give a number 12 and 13. Okay, now when we give a number 12 and 13, let's see, the type of x was a string. Now we do not need to check the type of x, we just print x and y. It will be printed as, we have to again execute it. We give 12 and 13, and when we print, they print 12 and 13. And if we check the type, it will be a string. To convert it into integer, what we have to write is, we write x is equals to int of x. Similarly, y is equals to int of y. Now it will be converted into int type. But we have to convert it explicitly for all the variables which we have inputted. We cannot convert it directly using int over here. We cannot convert directly using int over here. Okay, this will give an error. If I'll do like this, directly converting it into int, you see it will give an error message. Enter any number. I enter the number 12 and then I space 13. It gives an error. It says int argument must be a string. Int argument must be a string. It should be a string. So with split, this type conversion is not possible at the same time to input more than one variable. So now to summarize, this input function can be used to give an input. By default, it will take the type string. To convert it into an integer, we have to use typecasting int. We can give more than one input, irrespective if we are not bothered about that whether it is integer or a string, simply by writing comma 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 and using split. If we have to input more than one input, if we have to input more than one integer value in the single line, then we have to typecast it when we want to use them as an integer. Okay, otherwise we can use multiple input statements also to input this. So this is how an input function is used. So this is how we use an input function. Thank you.